We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Set. We're okay. We're okay. 5-4.
After the penalty is Jones. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rivers now on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead,
for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48.
12, 12. Hey, go, go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run forward Montgomery. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Zerline out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to be 49er football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Move it up, fellas. I got you. Check. 21.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo to the right side and complete to Washington. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
Now on second down, this is good. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
11.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Zerline out now to kick this one away. A few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Two seconds to go, first quarter. They go play action. Rivers. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
11.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. 23 yards on the play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
11.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. Quarterback, and when he delivers the ball.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down is Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Jones. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. Oh, look at a juke. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 62 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open. The Bucs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Rivers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there. And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And taken right at the 35. Great move by Montgomery. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. They go play action here on 1st down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Let's get it. Baby, get it, boy. Get it, boy.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Get set. 12.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, Delta! Alpha!
Rivers from the gun on third down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got daylight. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Garoppolo looks to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This from 25 yards out. And Zerline's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another carry now for Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
For a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him. Atoned
for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right, and he goes out right around the 39. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rivers now on 2nd down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards on the pickup. And just like that, it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rivers on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Rivers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Play action now. Rivers. Now he's forced out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd down, Rivers. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! As his guys are in for 6, and the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Throwing, Rivers. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Brandon Marshall coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile.
20, 13.
Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
11.
Garoppolo on first down. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down. Type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Back now in Tampa. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. To Shepard, complete over the middle. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bucs on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now, they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Add on to their lead. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Rivers now drops it to Jones in the flat. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Rivers on 1st down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And complete. This is Albert Wilson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions, and just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Rivers. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Go,
a field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Again, they run with Gurley. And they're running right through it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's it, baby.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Move it up, fellas.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Being chased out left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Out of his end zone, Rivers. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. One last shot now for Rivers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.